So, hello guys, welcome back. This is going to be our sixth session that we will cover, basically, the sixth module. If you remember in the course outline, so far, so on, we have done the four modules up to Burp Suite. Yeah. So then this is the fifth one, basically, in which we will cover the directory traversal attack. So today we are going to learn about directory traversal attack. We have started our web security from here. Let's start it. So basically, what is directory traversal? It is a web security vulnerability. Okay, you have to understand that we are covering web applications penetration testing in the beginning of this course. So this is going to be our first vulnerability. Let's cover it. Basically, directory traversal is also known as file path traversal. Okay, is a web security vulnerability that allows an attacker to read arbitrary files on the server that is running an application. So basically, if there is a website and or a application hosted on any particular server, and if you are able to read the server file using that particular application, means you are going beyond your limitation, then this is there is a vulnerability, and that vulnerability, we call that vulnerability as a directory traversal vulnerability. This might induce applications code and data credentials for backend system. Okay, and sensitive information about the operating system's file. For example, you will be able to run some commands on that particular server, and you will be able to read the data of that particular server. That data can be credentials for backend systems, that can be sensitive operating system files, that can be the source code or data or anything. In some cases, an attacker might be able to write arbitrary files on the server. Yeah, in some cases you will be able as an attacker to write some arbitrary files on that particular server, allowing them to modify the data, to modify application data or behavior. So you will be able to allow the application data or behavior. Yeah, basically you can do modification and ultimately take full control of the server. So if you are able to do some modification, it means that you can on the server, you can take full control over it. So let's go to the practical, as I have promised that our practical will be started. Let's go to our Linux machine, and this is my browser. Remember, the first thing you need to do is to go to Google and search for port swagger web security. That is the first thing you will need to do. And once you type it, you can see that we have the first link, basically web security academy. So you just need to open this. This is basically the official part swagger web security website. If I open it, let me open in a private tab, so you will be able to get in a good way. Okay, so this is how it will look like for the first time. What you will need to do, you will just need to click on login, and for the first time you will need to create an account. Okay, once you create the account, it is very simple. Just paste your email address here and click registered. You will get the email and password there, or you can just create a new password. There will be a simple instruction. Once you done it, then you can simply come back to this Podswagger web security, podswagger.net, and simply log in here. Okay, so I have already an account and I am already logged in into my account, so I am assuming that you already done with this step. The next thing that you need to do is to just go to the Google and type um, path traversal. So path traversal podswagger web security. Just type this, and seems like you do not need to type web security. Yeah, so this is enough. Path traversal podswagger. Don't worry, I will attach the link in the resource section, or I will provide you the notes. So don't worry about this stuff. I'm gonna provide you. Just visit the first link. and here you can see you can just read through it, but the most important thing is lab for us. So if you scroll down a bit here, you will be able to find the labs. What I am going to do, I will open the labs path, which is basically view all labs about traversal. Yeah, so traversal vulnerability, we have labs. So let's open the first lab and explore it. Remember, you will be confused like how this kind of vulnerabilities work. So if I open my terminal and if I open new tab, for example, if you are able to read the files like cat etc password, which contain the password for linux. This is the file on your linux machine. The location is same for all machine which contain the passwords and user details, everything. If you are able to read these kind of files on the target machine, that it means that there is a path traversal vulnerability. So you can see it contain everything, users, each and everything. So basically let's go through the lab. We have the first lab basically, which is path traversal simple lab. So we have file path traversal simple lab. This lab contain a path traversal vulnerability in the display of the product images. To solve the lab, retrieve the content of etc password file. So basically there is a path traversal vulnerability in the display image, yeah, display of product images, and we have to solve the lab using getting this file. So let's right click on the lab and access the lab. You will be able to see the lab. The lab will be accessed within few seconds. So let's give it a time. Sometime it might take time because there is a lot of other security researchers, students who also doing pen test on the labs. So just keep in mind. So this is going to be our target, and this is the lab that we are going to solve. If I just click on any product, you can see it is something like grow your own spy kit, a product that have a price and some other details. So what I need to do, this is the main page. I will copy the URL of this particular target. I will go to my Burp Suite, and then I'll go to the target. In the target, I will click on scope. If you remember last time I have told you, you will always need to add your target to the scope. So just click add and paste the target, and I'll click yes. Then you can just go back to the sitemap and filter all the results, and you will be able to see only the one target that you are interested in. So this is our target. Similarly, you can just go to the proxy tab and history, and this is the history that is totally irrelevant. So let's filter the history too. I will filter the history by clicking to show only in scope items. So yeah, this is the history of our current target. So just remove it. Everything should be neat and clean and new. And the next thing that we need to do is I will refresh the website, and you will be able to see you will be able to see each and everything here. So this is how it looks like. No, remember they told me that the vulnerability exists uh, in the product images. So I need images too. I'm 100% sure when I loaded this website, it didn't show me any kind of images path. You can clearly see it is showing me, but keep removing them. So there is images path too. I need to enable it. To show images or to check the images, you just need to click on the filter result, and here you can see in the second section we have images, which is basically unchecked. So you just need to click check and click apply. Now you will be able to see all the images. You can clearly see we got so many and so many images. So these are the images basically which is vulnerable with path traversal vulnerability. What I will do, I will pick any image that have file name equal to 40.jpg. So what I'm gonna do, I will send this to the repeater. If you remember last time I have told you, we use basically repeater tab to do some sort of testing, web application security testing. So if I send this request to the server, you can see I got the response, and this is basically an image. you can also see the content type. What I will do here, I will literally remove the name of the images after the file name equal to, and here I will type uh dot forward slash etc forward slash password to check for the password, either I am able to retrieve the password or not. So they just told me that hey, no such a file found. What I will do, if you remember in your Linux command, I told you you can go multiple directories back to achieve what you want, as etc password file is in a root directory, so we have to go few directories back in order to achieve this file. I have already gone one directory back, this is not enough, that's why I will go one directory back. So dot forward slash again and forward it. You can clearly see still it is going me for giving me 400 bad gateway. I will again go one directory back dot forward slash, and this time you can clearly see I literally go three directory backs in order to achieve the etc password file. And here you can see after going three directories back, I am able to see the root I am able to see the etc password file which contain username and passwords. Seems like our lab has been solved. You can clearly see they just told me that congratulations, your lab is solved, which was basically the our end goal was this to retrieve the etc password file. So we just go three directories back, and we were literally able to get the etc password file. In this way you can just go and grab the confidential files that are being hosted on that particular server. So this was the first lab. I'll see you in the next lab. Okay, have a good day. Alright guys, our first lab has been solved. Let's go with the second lab. So I'm just literally opening the second lab, and the lab name is path traversal, basically file path traversal sequence blocked with absolute path bypass. So there is some sort of restriction, that's why we will not be able to use the previous technique that we used. So let's read the description. This lab contain a path traversal vulnerability in the display of the product images. So the vulnerability is in the same location again, basically in the display of product images, and this application blocks path traversal sequence but treat the supplied file name as being relative to the default working directory. So it will block the sequence that we provide like dot forward slash. That's why we have to use the default working directory. Means we have to use some other technique to solve this lab. Pretty easy to solve. So what we need to do, our ultimate goal is to access the etc password file. This is our ultimate goal. So let's access the lab. Okay, give it few seconds. After accessing the lab, the first thing that you need to do is to copy the URL of this particular lab. Go to the target and go to the scope, remove the old one and paste the new URL. We have just done with it. You can see that I'm not able to see anything in the sitemap, that's why I will need to reload it. So literally when I reload it, you can now clearly see that I am able to see the target. So the next thing I need to do is to go to the proxy tab, and in proxy I will need to go to the HTTP history. And one of the most important thing, I need to enable the image which is already enabled, so I do not need to do it again. Okay, what I need to do is to refresh the page. I just refresh it, I visit any particular file, and you can clearly see that literally I'm not able to see the images, even though it should show me the images. But sometime you will face this problem, it is a very least, not always but sometime. That's why what you will need to do is to shut down your burp for a while, open your terminal, and just literally open your burp suite again. Don't worry, it will not take time. So just next, go to the path, copy your target URL, I just cut it. And then go to the target, scope, paste URL, click yes, and go to the proxy tab. In the HTTP history, you will not be able to see anything, so that's why just refresh it for a while. And you can see I literally refresh it, just click the images, okay, and you will be able to see all the images here. So this is how those images look like. Just pick any one of them, it doesn't matter at all which one you are picking. Just pick anyone, right click on them, right click on it, and just send it to the repeater, because repeater is a kind of operation theater for us, where we explore the vulnerabilities, where we do perform different attacks on the request and see the response, how it looks like, how the server is giving me response. Then what I will need to do at first, just send the image to the server, and this is the response from the server. So I will just again do the same thing, just remove the name, and use dot forward slash and etc password. See if it is working. No, it is not working. Again use dot forward slash to go one directory again back. Still it is not working for me. I will again go one directory back, dot forward slash, and for the fourth time literally I will go, it is not working for me at all. Means that they are blocking the this sequence. So that's why I have to use the absolute path. Just remove everything. To use the absolute path, you just need to type forward slash etc forward slash password PASSWD and forward it, and you can clearly see with the help of absolute path I am able to view all the results. So this is how it works. Here I just change the technique, and I just use the absolute path in order to solve this lab. If I visit my lab, you can clearly see they just told me that congratulations, your lab has been solved, which was which was basically the ultimate goal of this particular lab.
Guys, I have a good news for all of you. I am offering Ultimate Ethical Hacking Bundle, which contain cybersecurity penetration testing and ethical hacking in a single course, and it will be totally hands-on with real-world scenarios, and there will be 28 plus modules with 150 plus topics. There will be 90 plus practical labs, and you're gonna love it. It contain actually everything that you need to become an ethical hacker and penetration tester. You will be job ready, and you will have the ability to perform practical work as an ethical hacker or penetration tester. So on my website, which is masoodsec.com forward slash outlines, you will get the complete course details, all the modules, topics, each and everything that I am going to cover. If you want a personal mentor or tutor online that will teach you everything individually on Google Meet live, live classes, on live classes, it is also possible, because I have almost 2 years of experience, and I have international students like from countries like USA, UK, Canada, and so many other countries. Yeah, and I have 5+ star rating. I'll be honest, the main thing is all of them love the content, they learn a lot, and they actually grow a lot. So if you are searching for a personal mentor, I'm here. I will teach you everything, even though if you do not have a technical background, even though if you have a zero knowledge about cybersecurity, ethical hacking, and penetration testing. I will help you throughout of everything, and I'll be here to assist you with everything. Yeah, if you want to only be enrolled in the course, then you can easily enroll for the course. Yeah, and if you want that, I also need a live mentor who will teach me individually everything on Google Meet, then this is also possible. You can also go for the live mentorship program. So if you just want to enroll, just visit my website, which is masoodsec.com. I will make sure to pin the link. You can just contact with me on WhatsApp or any other platform. By the way, if you want to read more about the mentorship program and service training options, each and everything, and outlines thing, each and everything has been mentioned on my official website. So you can browse all the courses, each and everything. Oh, so yeah, that was all. Have a good day. Bye.